Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Ride With Me. I want to talk about Bryan Danielson, the brand new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I was shocked, because we tend to be, as wrestling fans and analysts and experts, we tend to know everything, right? Danielson's going to win the match. He's going to lose. He's going to go home. He's got his wife and his kids there. They got to be in London to see his final match, right? Swerve has been hot. He's been on the roll as AEW champion. We know Adam Page has been in his rear view. So it all made sense. Swerve beat Bryan, move on. But no, Danielson wins the championship, and I'm happy. I will say this. I will admit that I am a bigger Daniel Bryan than Bryan Danielson fan, but nothing could take away from that moment. And that's what makes me excited about it. Now, as far as comparing this to WrestleMania, because I saw people saying this was bigger than WrestleMania. No, not for me. Nothing will be bigger than WrestleMania because I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm a wrestling fan of all the aspects, right? The theatrics and in the graps and all that. And I respect everything that AEW is doing and what the company stands for. I think it's good for the business. I think, everything. But WrestleMania captivated a whole lot of people. When you go back and look at what happened, right? You look at leading into Bourbon Street. That's what it did. It captured that, and it captured everybody in pop culture. And that's one thing that's different between All In. But All In was definitely for the wrestling fans. Now, I do have this question. Why is it still called All In? When you think about it, and the reason why I asked, because the first All In was because it was all independent wrestlers from all over the world. Now, I get that it's, AEW allows their wrestlers to do other things, but what about some other independent wrestlers? Just a thought. But congratulations to Bryan Danielson on becoming the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I said this before. The title needed Danielson. You got this guy on your roster. You want him on your lineage. You know what I mean? It's like having Hulk Hogan in WCW and never putting the title on him, right? Yeah, and I know that's a huge comparison, but it's the truth. It's just certain people. It's kind of like, honestly, with Goldberg. I understand why WWE had him win the title a couple of times. You have him on your roster. You know what he means. You know what he's done in the business. You kind of, it's good to have that person. And maybe the Goldberg comparison is best. But I feel like you're going to have him on your roster. You need to have him under the lineage. When you go back and look at the history of the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, you're going to have Kenny Omega, Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, Jon Moxley, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and Bryan Danielson. So those are some names. I may have missed a couple of people, but those are some names. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this ride, and stay tuned. Listen out for the show this week.